Hello, everyone. Thank you again for joining us for another exciting Partner Spotlight webinar. And I'm really excited today to have Boost AI with me. I will introduce them in 2 minutes. We just want to give people a few moments to get on the call and join us. I will get started in 2 minutes, but thank you again.
Okay, I'm just trying to get my screen shared here. Okay.
Hello, everyone. Thank you again for joining us. I'm really excited today for our guests and our partners at Boost AI. They're going to be showing you today and talking to you about them and how we partner together. And at the end of today's call, I will leave time for questions. So if you have any questions for us, please put that in the chat window. And everybody is in listen only mode. So that's, if you have a question, that's the best way to get the question to us. Again, I just want to pass this over to my friends Bill and Kristen at Boost AI to start us off and show us their presentation today.
Yeah, hi, how are you, everybody? Kristen, I'm gonna share this with you because I can't get my presentation up and running. It's first time using this GoToWebinar presentation version, and so I will see if you can pull it up while I do my introductions and get things rolling with the discussion. Okay. All right. So you should be able to present. So we'll make Kristen Hunter the presenter. Did that work for you?
Just 1 second.
All right. Apologies, folks. It's great to meet everybody today. Let's get my screen going here. All right. So nice to meet y'all. My name is Bill Schwaab, and I am the VP of Sales for North America with Boost AI, and super excited to be here to talk about our budding partnership with Typhone and our activities in the credit union space, and just to share some of the insights I think that are really important for you to be thinking about when you look at the conversational AI market and opportunities to work with this incredible technology that allows you to meet the demands of your membership and it's kind of get ahead some of the challenges that I'm sure you're all facing in the market today, which include, of course, high wait times on the call center, challenges with turnover in the call center, and other potential issues with the member service that you're trying to provide. And when we sit back and look at some of the data, it really is a high volume of the engagements that can be automated. And I know there's been a lot of buzz in the market about conversational AI. There's been a lot of buzz about chatbots. And in fact, many of you may have actually used or attempted to use chatbots in the past and had some mixed experiences. So we want to talk today about how things are trending right now, for one, and then also discuss a little bit about how Boost is addressing some of those trends and try to help you see what's what's going to happen today. So from an agenda perspective, we'll talk about the conversational AI trends. We will kick off with a little bit of a Boost overview after that. And then I wanted to touch on picking a conversational AI vendor, followed by, as Helen mentioned, Q&A at the end of the process. So any luck with the presentation sharing, Kristen?
I saw that she logged off and logged back on, and I just made a presenter again, so we'll see.
Got it. Okay. I think the issue is you have to log off to allow screen sharing, and with this new go to webinar, we ran into a little bit of a snafu. But I'll continue. Given the tight timeline, Boost AI is a company that's headquartered in Norway, and we have, in the past year, approximately, since the pandemic started to slow down last year, we've kicked off our expansion into North America, and I'm the head of North American sales and work closely with Kristen on the marketing team, and we are rapidly growing the organization, both on the sales and marketing side, but on the delivery side as well. And so that growth has led to some tremendous experience and addition to what's going on in the U.S. for us, including the addition of the Michigan State University Federal Credit Union relationship, which they've really tested our technology in a couple of ways that I'll touch on a little bit later. And it looks like Kristen should have the deck up here any second. I will.
Almost there, guys.
Fantastic. Yeah, I think I want to show my visuals because I had the, take us right to the Norway slide to kick it off. But this expansion is really exciting for us, and I think it's building on experience in the financial services sector. We have banks ranging from under $1 billion in assets all the way up to $650 billion. So really, really large financial institutions. And the beauty of the Boost platform is you get all of those things through whether you're a $1 billion credit union or a $650 billion bank or a $1 trillion+ bank. You get all the power of the platform, and so we see your give admin rights page at this point. There we go. So the previous slide to this one is, okay, that's Boost headquarters in Norway. That could very well be Kristen standing up on the top. Flipping to the next slide, this was what it looked like a short while ago when I was there. Unfortunately, I did not get the views of the fjord. But then let's roll into some of the trends and discussion topics here. So critical here, right? 18 billion is what is expected from market and markets by 2026 in the conversational AI space. Chatbot interactions, 862 million hours for banks globally next year is what's predicted by Juniper, representing 7.3 billion. And you definitely, I think, have an opportunity now with the Boost platform to take advantage of this and get your piece of that savings and get your piece of that efficiency gain with just as powerful a platform as some of these big banks are using and have invested a lot of money in to get to. 56% of companies just across all industries expect conversational AI to drive disruption, and the adoption rates have stepped up significantly starting in 2020. And this estimate of 35% of credit unions across the deploying a chatbot, I think is maybe a little bit aggressive. From what I've seen, quite a few credit unions might be getting into the process for selecting a chatbot, but haven't gone live, or maybe they're struggling to go live. And Boost is here to try to alleviate that situation where you have this idea, you want to go forward with it, but are struggling. Let's go to the next slide. Interestingly, headlines just this week, so that the information just keeps coming. The AI and banking report from Financial Brands listed smarter chatbots and digital assistants as the #1 obvious priority for 2022 and beyond. And I think this is important to note, smarter chatbots. So if you've got something basic out there, thinking about how you can evolve it into a more powerful platform is absolutely critical, and what will keep you up with the times going forward. And so that's where a platform like Boost that has all of this experience and all of these pre-built intents that can carry you to that next level is really important. This quote from B of A, I think, is really interesting. 24 million users of their Erica chatbot, 123 million interactions, dramatic growth. I met with someone from there, and back of the envelope estimate is they probably spent $250 million to get Erica where it is today. And our clients at Boost are getting that same power, that same functionality, all of the features, in fact, with more usability at a fraction of the cost and a fraction of the man hours required to get there. So look forward to sharing more of how that works when we get into discussions going forward, if you're interested. And then this last quote, I think, is pretty fun one. One more. The lackluster chatbots getting kicked to the curb. This is exemplary of the problem with the traditional legacy chat vendors not being able to keep up with the times. Interestingly, the vendor that this quote came from that's getting customers from other chatbots is one that we recently won a client away from. So we're winning clients from the chatbots that are winning clients from the other chatbots, and that's really exciting for us. And we want to share that power with the market as much as we can, and hope to speak with you about it. Go ahead to the next slide. Now, a core piece of this, and we know the call center is a problem for everyone, is that we need to talk about the transition from traditional IVR, which we all don't like. It's a rough experience. I can't stand it personally. To the conversational IVR, getting from point A to point Z immediately when I ask the right question, versus a traditional IVR where I got to go through the whole phone tree. Having a platform that has a strong conversational AI platform is really important, because the speech to text piece of it is only one part of the equation. Getting that text and understanding what that question is and predicting correctly what the user is looking for, what the member is looking for, is really important. And we believe at Boost that the line between the voice and the chat is starting to blur, and building on a platform that does both from the same center of information and the same admin panel is really important, because you want to manage these customer interactions as efficiently as possible. And if your platform can do both voice and chat and build out of the same set of intents, it's going to be a lot easier to work with, and you're going to be able to expand both sides quite effectively and efficiently. And that's an important aspect of the Boost platform. And then when we think about where are we trying to get with all of this, on the next slide, our expectation from talking to a lot of customers is your goal is to drive digital adoption and to drive the digital transformation. Ultimately, you'd like everybody to go online and go to mobile to get what they need. The challenge is not everybody is ready, and they need some extra support. And that's where getting the chatbot in place to give that extra support, and then encouraging them onto the digital channels, will over time transition more and more of the burden off of your call center onto the AI, and then onto the AI chat. And once you get them there in the digital channel, then you can expand their usage of it. You can get them into the mobile channel. You can do all sorts of things that you've invested a lot of money in digitally. And our goal is to help our clients get the voice bot up, get the chat bot up, have them work together, have them be a path to the digital transformation for your membership. And we're super excited about what that means. It also drives up your value, your ROI, because you're getting all the interactions from digital, all the interactions from voice, and cutting down the costs associated with them by automating them with the conversational AI. Next slide. A little bit of a lag. We lose Kristen. There we go. Yep. And here is something that I hear time and again, and it's usually from executive teams within a credit union, where the position is we really want to maintain that personal touch. We really want to have our membership be able to talk to a human, and we agree 100%. And it really is about making sure that the members who want to talk to a human can pick up the phone, call, get a human on the line without having to wait for 20 minutes, 30 minutes, sometimes longer in some cases where there's spikes in volume, and doing that in a way that allows you to live up to that high touch membership dream, because the people who want automated help and automated support and self-service will engage and get it, and that will free up your team to really deliver the true high touch support that those members need when they get into an attempt to make a conversation. So it's really about having the chat bot and the voice bot and the human all work together symbiotically to create the best potential experience for all your members, those of us who want to self-serve, as well as those that want to engage and talk to a human and get more complex things taken care of. And so go ahead to the next slide. And I'll give a quick overview of Boost and get us into just to help you understand some of the things that we're capable of doing. Still got a little bit of a lag. So I touched on earlier, and when it pops up, you'll see. So really, it's a platform that encompasses all of the different areas that conversational AI can improve and drive value in your organization. And it really does often start with this 24/7 support and the external chatbot that we all think of as, okay, it's there, it's helping me engage with my members, it's giving me, it's giving information that I otherwise might have to talk to a human about, and that self-service, and we've talked about call containment and all of the things that are happening by providing this engagement. And it's 24/7. Most of us can't staff a call center, even during business hours, very, very effectively, given the hiring environment today, let alone extended hours, which a lot of people now need and want. And then unexpected spikes. Some of the things we're doing allow us to help support those spikes. I mean, it's ultimately scalable, whether it's voice or chat. It doesn't matter how many people call at once. The conversational AI can support that. Internal knowledge is really critical as well, and that is that ranges from having your call center staff have a source of truth that they can quickly and easily get answers to things they don't know. Highly critical in the turnover environment we have today with call centers. If I have a chatbot that I can go to as a new customer success agent, I can get my answer instantly. I don't have to keep the member on hold for a long time where I'm trying to search things up, or worse, say I've got to get back to you. I don't have that information, right? So it's a great training tool, great support tool for less experienced customer service agents, and we refer to that as agent assist. And it also is something that you can drive internal employee experience improvements by allowing me as an employee potentially to go in and ask questions about HR, finance, IT, and have support around some of the things that I otherwise have to go reach out to someone who's really busy in an IT department or HR department and get my answer instantly, effectively. Maybe it's a sensitive topic. I'd prefer to get the answer in an automated fashion rather than pick up the phone and call somebody. So a lot of power in this internal virtual agent use case. And then more and more, we're getting into this area of sales optimization where it's conversational commerce. It's the extension of what your best call center agents do today around giving a member ideas on things that they could leverage that are important and attractive for them, and actually becoming a very effective salesperson on behalf of the organization and driving up some cross sell and upsell capabilities. And so I think with that, I'm gonna flip over to the topic of how to pick a chatbot vendor. Oh, well, one last slide, talking about some of the results and accuracy at scale better than anyone. 85% of our customers are seeing a positive ROI within 3 months. We have pre-built industry models for credit unions. We can get you live, we can get you rolling in a very short period of time, and cover off on that high volume of very sort of the general basic questions to mid complexity questions, all prepackaged and ready to go for you. We just work with you to build it out and get the answers. We've got more external banking chatbots live, we think, than any other vendor in the market, albeit more in Europe than in the U.S. But we're coming on strong here. 93% of our clients are not POCs; they're in production. These, when I say 350, these are live, facing the world chatbots and voice bots, and that's powerful. There are a lot of projects that banks, credit unions are in right now where they're testing things and they're trying to get live and they're just not happy with what the results are. We won't go live with a client until we hit 90% accuracy. And with this percentage of our customers being live and hitting that 90% accuracy, it's a testament to how powerful the platform can be, and how much we can help take the complexity of this decision out of the mix, right? A lot of the delay has been, we don't know how to do this. It's going to take us forever. It's going to be hard. We're not sure if our members are going to like it. We work with every client individually to walk them through those steps and get comfortable with all of them. And ultimately our projects are going live. They're not failed chatbot projects like we hear about consistently when we pick up clients from other vendors. And we've got high customer sat scores. This is a BCG audit that was done, 94%. And I've touched a little bit on how many clients we get from other vendors, and it's approximately half of our client base has actually tried to do this with someone else and ultimately pivoted to where they are today. And so I'll spend 2 minutes talking about how to pick a vendor, and then I think we can transition to Q&A. And so, does the solution scale? I think looking at the evidence, looking at the live projects, discussing the architecture is really important. And you want to ask those questions, and you want to see something, maybe, a credit union that's a little bigger than you, or a bank that's a little bigger than you, seeing success, because you're going to think of use cases and ideas you want to get into that maybe your peers haven't thought of, and finding that platform like Boost that can support it. Live production chatbots I touched on, industry domain experience I've touched on. It's really critical to get live quickly. Self-learning functionality, anything you don't build, if you have enough members asking the question, the Boost platform will learn that and will suggest an intent to add to the mix and make it easy to do that. No code is critical. We can't rely on our IT department to build chatbots for us anymore. No one has the staff for that. And on that same note, you can't rely on your vendor to build them for you either. We give you all of the tools to self-service when we guide and help get them live. But if you want to go change the hours that the bank or the credit union's open, you don't call the vendor. You just pop in there, change it. It takes about 30 seconds to do. And it's that kind of powerful tool that you can go and manipulate and manage yourself is important. Proprietary NLU, I think the off-the-shelf stuff was okay 5 years ago. What Boost brings to the table, like I said, 90% accuracy, critical to hit those targets. And you're not going to see that from the big name, the Googles, IBMs, Watsons and Amazons of the world. They're too complex to hit that 90% accuracy rate. Third-party recognition like Gartner Magic Quadrant is important to consider. And then this last one, and I want to, before we transition to questions, just thank Helen again and Josh and the gang for bringing us into this at Typhone. Really exciting about the innovative experiences they're bringing to you as their client base, and being able to deliver an integrated experience with any conversational AI, whether it's voice or chat, with that digital banking experience, and it is so critical. And so you want to look for that kind of relationship between your digital bank and banking provider and your conversational AI provider. If you're running CRMs, you want to make sure that those integrations are sound and in place as well. And we have quite a specialty with the integration team here at Boost and building these and helping our clients to maximize the value by leveraging these other third-party systems. And so thanks again to Typhone. I will take a breath, and we can see if there's any questions in the last 3 minutes here.
Thank you, Bill, for that. Yes, a reminder, if any of you do have questions, please put those in the chat window, because we do have everybody muted. While we're waiting for those questions to come across, I want to thank you again, Bill, for presenting for us today, and can't agree with you more on having good relationships, strong relationships, and we, just like Bill here, we want to be everybody's partner. We want to be open and help you out, and so you can feel like you can reach out to us whenever. And then also I want to say, if you, after today's call, if you have any questions that we didn't get to today, please feel free, if you're a Typhone customer, reach out to us and we'll get those questions answered. If you're a Boost AI customer, please feel free to reach out to your account manager there and they'll get your questions answered, or they just, we can, we're here to help you guys. And again, I want to thank everybody for their time and joining us on today's call. So far, Bill, it doesn't look like we have any questions. If you thought any last minute thoughts, oh wait, no, I don't mind, take that back. We do have one. How long does it take to get things up and running?
That is a great question. So we have projects that have gone live in about 30 days, albeit with a fairly contained scope. A more typical timeline is 8 to 12 weeks, with the accounting for the planning process and also for a good solid quality control process at the end. But we're talking weeks, not months, in terms of getting them live. And it really, if it's a goal of yours to get up quickly, we move very quickly with some of the basic functionality, and then it's really easy to layer in additional expansions of the coverage and broaden the scope over time, which is an exciting aspect of the platform.
Perfect. Great. And we do have time, I think, here for one more question. So I'm just going to go ahead and, you mentioned voice and chat run on the same platform. Can you elaborate a bit there?
I can, yeah. So we use what we refer to as filters, and if we get into a demo, we can show you how that works. So when we build an intent out, or let's say check balance, we're going to go and train that to understand all the ways that people ask for their balance, and then it will be enabled. And in a chat context, there might be some visual effects that come into play, like maybe a button to click to take me to the right page in the website, or some interactivity that happens on the web. Of course, that's different in voice. So then we have a filter for voice, and there's two different flows that contain slightly nuanced experiences, because you can't touch things when you're talking on the phone. And but it's as simple as that. We essentially copy over one to the other all of the training that went into making that intent understand how people ask the question is all transferable across both of those channels. It also is effective in the mobile channel. So if you think about putting something on a cell phone on your mobile app, it will be potentially slightly different than what's on the web or what's on the phone. All of that, same platform, right from the same place. So it eases your team's burden. It can all be managed by a centralized customer success or member success organization. So And I did have one thing I wanted to close with. So if we don't have any more questions,
go for it, Bill.
I wanted to make an offer. We offer what we call the 10-day POC, and essentially what we do is sit down and scope out a limited range of questions that you might want to answer, and we will set it up, get it live, and it takes about 10 days for us to do that. And then you can run it. Most people choose to do an internal testing group to play around and test it out. But that will give you direct visibility into a couple things. One, how easy the platform is to work with, how easy it is to change and manage any of the questions and answers that come into it. It also gives you a really good understanding of how strong the conversational AI is, and just how well we're able to predict what the user is asking and get the right answer to them efficiently and effectively. So please do reach out. You can get to us through Typhone, or you can get to us directly at Boost to talk about what that might look like, and we'd love to share an experience with you in this 10-day POC process that allows you to touch and feel and understand just how easy we can make this.
Great. Yeah, we're at the end of time here, and thank you so much again, Bill. And our solution as a whole would not be what it is today without partners like you. And we're really excited about our relationship with Boost, and look forward to the future. And again, thank you everyone for taking 30 minutes out of your time today to get together with us. And we look forward to chatting with you in the future.
Thanks again. Thanks everyone for joining.
Oops.